My name is Amelia S2E4. I've been married for 3 years. We married in 2018 and I have a daughter. Yes, I have a baby girl. And I'm the CEO of Oh My Shea Repellent. It's an organic shea butter mosquito repellent. You know how these mosquitoes are dealing us in this country. So I just came up with that concept by God's grace, yes. And I'm also the CEO of Bumper to Bumper. So we do African print inspired cord bumpers for kids, yes. This story. Okay, so Habi and I, we were actually, I won't say classmates, but we were schoolmates from primary school. Trust me, primary school, he was not even part of my squad because he used to wear some baggy knicker and, so when I see him in school, I get so upset and all of that. But we were cool, like hello, hi. So we finished primary school. He goes to high school, I go to high school. Even at uni, he came to uni once a while to come and see his friends there, but we're not really friends like that because we're all living our best lives. Then I think after uni, that was 2016, I was on Facebook. Then I'd gone through some shatter breakup, so my heart was already. So I was on Facebook and then I saw his posts. And I was like, no, this can't be him because he was a bit chubby. But the person I'm seeing now is like really slim, he was looking good and fine. And when I went through his profile too, he was talking about, oh, I need a Bible for my birthday. And I'm like, hey, Charlie, we are all looking for a Christian boy, so let me see what's up. So I just slid into the DM and I was like, oh, hi there, like, what's up? It's been a while. He was like, oh yeah, hi. What are you doing? Can we do lunch? And I was like, oh, wow, why not? Let's do lunch. And then he just picked me up from my house and we just went for lunch. And that was it, honestly. That was basically it. Because the lunch was so easygoing. You know that feeling when it's like you can just bond with the person, have very honest convos, and that's how it went. He was also out of a relationship at that point, so we're just flowing. And I always wanted or prayed to God for a partner who loves God. You can chill and all that, but you should still love God, and he was that man for me. So that's basically how we met. We actually knew ourselves before, but we just reconnected in 2016. And women, I slid into the DM, so please slide into the DM. Okay, so does this boy propose? Proposal story. Okay, so as I said, we were together from 2016, and then what happened was that the following year, he got a chance to go and do his master's further studies in Manchester. So now the discussion came up. Okay, so what's up? Because we are not going any younger. What's the plan? And then he's like, oh, I really love you. And I'm like, my dear, if you leave me without any commitments, you will go and you can't commit the same. So let's see what's up. And as I said, he's also a very prayerful person and all that. But it is like he knew what he wanted. So I think he spoke to his mom and dad. Then I'd met his parents. But they didn't know anything serious like that was going on. So he approached his dad and then told his dad that, before he leaves, he would wish that he could come and do knocking before he left. And the response his dad gave him was like, you are no longer a young man. So if that's what you feel like doing, you have my blessing. His mom also gave a blessing. So I think the Monday before he traveled, that's when the whole family came to our house and then they did the knocking. My mom, my dad, my uncle, they took it and then, so I think the proposal happened when I went to his house that Monday evening, that Monday afternoon, when he was leaving that evening to help him pack. I was like, but what's our brandy we cried? Did you even propose to me? Then he goes on his knees, hey, will you marry me? I was like, you've already brought drinks to my house, so, but I think I still appreciated that one as a proposal. So basically, it wasn't anything too fancy. It was just a normal family proposal. So we didn't start planning. Of course, now he's done the knocking and he gave me a ring, to show that I'm his woman and everything. So now it was up to me and him. Now that's one thing about our parents. Our parents left everything for us. So both of you, he was in uni then and I was still doing my own. Then I was a milliner. I was doing a bit of millinery, so like hats and fascinators and stuff. And the discussion came up. So what is the next step for me and him? And we ourselves decided that, okay, you know what, let's give ourselves, so he went in 2017. So let's give ourselves the following year. So like getting towards the end of the year to make it official. I mean, we had our plans and everything. So we spoke to our parents about it, and then they're like, okay. I mean, that's by then he would be done with school. So then it makes it easier for us to. So that was basically it. We actually started planning fully. So when he went, he left in May of 2017, and then myself and my dad, luckily for me, my dad had to go for a medical checkup in England, and he said he wanted me to go with him. I was like, oh my God. So I just went with him, and that was where we actually spoke. So we even had our pre-wedding shoot there because one friend of ours just offered to do it for us there before we even came down. So when I came down now, we had spoken about it. So now I just came straight into wedding planning mode, and that's where it all started from. Vendors, my sister. Okay, so for me, I love weddings. Anybody who knows me knows that Amelia is all about weddings and events and stuff like that. So I've been following a lot of wedding blogs and stuff. So I kind of had an idea of the vendors I really wanted to work with in certain aspects. For some, I didn't really know. So let's take the gown. I knew from scratch that I wanted Adjoa Akwabwa to do my gown for me. So, I mean, there was no negotiation about it. I wanted her to do my gown for me. And then for the videography, I knew that I wanted One Shot Studios to handle that for me. For photography, Epic Dreams, he's a classmate too. So I wanted him to, it's good to support your friends at times. So I wanted him to handle that for me. For the catering aspect, my auntie happened to run the Wayek canteen at that time. So I knew she handles all our family catering needs. So I knew she was going to handle that for us. So the ones that I would say I wasn't really sure of were decor and stuff. But I mean, with a few advice from friends and looking at cost implications and everything. Of course, when you are doing a wedding, I think everybody has an idea of a budget. So now when you look at your budget, give or take, it would increase at points because of, yes, but realistically, you need to have a budget and then know the vendors that suit that budget. You just don't up and then go there, and then when they're giving you quotes, you are no. So I looked through, and then now I was able to factor in the rest of the vendors. So that's basically how the vendor choice went. And so far, I think all of them worked perfectly. Trust me. Thank you, all my vendors from 2018, DNA, Sunny, all those who helped make the wedding lit. Listen, thank you. So I've never had a chance to say thank you, but thank you so much. And we shall surely do this again in 10 years, okay? I would say food. My sister, if your wedding food is not lit, everybody will insult you. So I made sure that the chunk of the money went into food. And it was because of how we wanted the thing to be. So for the traditional marriage, we're doing strictly local. No continental anything. And local food is a bit expensive. Then for the wedding, we did the continental and then all that. So more of the chunk of the money, and that was actually my plan. Now, what I would advise any upcoming bride is that when you go through your wedding breakdown, you should factor on the priority areas where you would want to. Everybody's needs are different, but decide on where you'd want a chunk of your budget to go into. For me and my husband, we wanted it to go into food because we wanted everybody to be fed at the end. And God being so good, even after the wedding, we budgeted for actually 400 guests. 800 people showed up. We'll go into that later. And everybody ate to their full. At least far to my knowledge, anybody that I asked said they ate to their full, and even outsiders. There was so much food left after the wedding that a lot of outsiders came for food. So for me, it was a win-win. I was happy because I got everybody fed, and everybody was happy about it. So for me, the chunk of the money went into food. Yes, it went into food. Okay, so as I said, I planned my wedding from time immemorial. So the plan was that we wanted to do a garden wedding. Yes, that was actually what I've always envisaged my wedding being. So it was going to be a garden wedding. Now, it was up to us to find out if the place was gazetted or not, because normally if it's not gazetted, they have to bring a person to come in from the registrar general to come and officiate. And that comes at an extra cost. So the conclusion that myself and Happy and then the families we came to was that since the place wasn't gazetted and there was need for that money that the registrar was coming to take, because he has that authority coming to take at the venue, no. So the best way out of it was that we were going to do the wedding in 3 parts. So we do the court's wedding, and then we do the trad, and then we do the white wedding. And that's what happened. So basically in the wedding week, a lot of people don't know this. This is the first time I'm seeing this, but like the Tuesday to that, we had our court's wedding, and then the Thursday we had the traditional marriage, and then the Saturday we had the white wedding. So yes, it was a garden wedding, but we had already signed at the court. So it makes everything legal now. All these things, they just work for legality purposes, just to validate your marriage them more. So I would advise any couple about to get married to try and find out, before you choose a venue, find out the nature of the place, whether it's gazetted or not, and what you need to do before. Yeah. You see, top of your head, you know the conch people at the wedding. You know that these people, they like, you know your parents' conch list at the wedding too. Whether you go to heaven or come down, they will bring you guest list. So, and you need to get allowance for that guest list. But for personally, me and hubby's guest list, so my hubby is a bit reserved, but he's very popular among his friends. So that's where I think the extras came from, because I remember him telling me after the wedding that it got to certain points, like some of his friends used to call him, "Hey, Charlie, I just say they can't marry you, but you do strictly by invite. You go see me there, go share." Like, you know, like whether you like it or not, you see me at the wedding. You know, you cannot tell the person not to come. So creating the guest list wasn't much of a problem. I mean, let us be realistic. For me personally, if you've not been in touch with me for like over a year, I mean, I might forget about you, you know. I might forget about you. It's not deliberate. It's not like we are not friends or anything, but the people who come readily to mind were those that I have communicated, even if once in the past year. So my bridal party or his? Okay, I can run both. So for my bridal party list, top of my head, these were like my day ones. These have been like, I have a lot of people that I call sisters and all that, but I just wanted, now, but if I said I was choosing my friends, trust me, I would have had bridal party of about 20 or 30. Talking about the white wedding, for the trad, I mean, all my girls showed up, you know, also the same fabric, and it was beautiful and all that. But for the bridesmaid party itself, there were just 5 people, and everybody was special to me in their own way. So that's basically, I think hubby, almost all his bridal, all his groomsmen except Ivan, all of them are his friends from primary school. They're a squad. So there's Derek, who is my husband. His nickname is Gizmo. Then there's Duke. Duke is the best man, my husband's side friend, officer. Like he's a soldier man, so that's what we call him. Then there's James, and then there's Elisha. These are like, they've been best friends from like childhood. Like you see all of them together. So it was just, and Caleb, yes, these were like day ones. So Ivan, he met Ivan when he was working at Omni back then in the day, and he also became like a brother, and it was just right for him to add him to the group. So yeah, that's basically how we chose the bridal party. So as I initially indicated, he wasn't around. But that's one thing about him. He knows that whatever suggestion he brings, I'll do what I want to do. So he was involved, but it was just like, okay, you know what? You just say what you want and just run it by me, and let me just give the money, and then let's get it done, because I trust your judgment. And that's one thing that I loved about him. He trusted me with this whole wedding, that he knew that I would get things done, and he knew that the wedding would turn out to be the wedding that we both wanted to be. So he was quite confident being there and me being here, and he just, you know, releasing money when he had to for things to be done. But I made sure I also ran everything by him. I wasn't taking advantage of the fact that I know that he would. So I mean, I also kept him afloat with everything. Who was doing what stage we had gotten to, what extra money we needed to add to it, and all of that. So I would say he was hands-on in a way that actually the finances, he was very hands-on about. In terms of the running around, because he actually came to Ghana. So he came to Ghana the Saturday before the Tuesday to the wedding. So there wasn't much he could really do. So he was hands-on over the support, prayers. Some days when I was down, when vendors were stressing me, he was always there to support and encourage me. Let me know that Charlie is the best day of our life. So we shouldn't let anything spoil our mood and all that. So yes, he was hands-on. I mean, he was hands-on. If there was an aspect of it that he felt we could change, he still gave his honest comments. And if I wanted to take it, I took it. Funniest, listen, this wedding, I think the whole process was funny because if you have a very batch of unserious bridal party people, every aspect, but I'll give some quotes and I'll mention the one that I want to mention, but I'll give some quotes. So shout out to the Fiesta Royale squad. You guys, you do well. It will never happen again. We'll never step there again, but I'm sure you all understand the Fiesta Royale fiasco. But the one that I'll never forget, so we are going for rehearsal dinner. You know me, I said I'm a bit prim and proper. So the Friday to the wedding, because I wanted us to coordinate walking into the garden and all of that, we decided to meet up and do a rehearsal dinner. But I noticed that Derek and his boys kept sneaking off. Then they go and gather, and I'm like, you people stop this. Like, we really want to go to a hotel and settle in like the girls and all of that. When you're doing the rehearsal dinner, they'll just rush and go somewhere and go and hide and blah 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 blah. Anyway, I didn't want to pry because I just didn't want to spoil my mood and all of that. So we went ahead with the dinner and then the rehearsals, and then we just went back to our place. Sana, the guy that they was sewing their suit for them. Said Daniel, this guy, when he brought the thing, I think he brought the thing on Thursday evening. So when we were doing the trad for them to, and I think they got the guy in Kumasi. So he sent the dresses down, and when they wore it, I said leggings, hey. And they took a picture. So at that point that they were talking about, they were now finding out how to get new suits. Friday evening, the following day, the wedding is at 1 noon. They were now strategizing how to get new suits that evening. So I think it was after the wedding that we came on we had a page for all the bridal party, and that's when they started posting pictures when they went for the fitting. Charlie, I'll try and get one of those pictures. I said, we papistic. Oh my, you trying, and it was so hilarious because I was like, fine boys, you guys are going to wear this hanging things and come and follow me and hold me. And they were telling me that if they didn't get their dress, they would have worn the traditional way and come and follow. I'm like, me, you come and follow me traditional. But I think it was hilarious. I'll try and get a picture for you because when you see the way they were looking in the suits, nobody will tell you to laugh. You understand why I think this is the funniest aspect of the wedding for me. But I thank God that it worked out well. They came looking dapper and good. And listen, when you have a bridal party and who supports you through the wedding, you don't take them for granted because obviously you pay some aspects of the things and they pay another aspect. And it's not everybody who genuinely has your back like that who would want to support you throughout. So for them to actually sew a suit twice, I don't take it for granted. I really think they went all out for us. So thank you guys. Scariest. So those who have been there will understand where I'm coming from. So imagine you are planning a wedding, you're going through all the process, and just about 3 months or 4 months to your wedding, you lose your father-in-law. Now, the reason why I think it's a scary moment for me is that in the normal Ghanaian setting, I mean, when you lose a very close relative to either of the parties, the best thing for you to do is to call off the wedding until a year after the mourning. But this is the point where we had paid vendors, we had done everything. So I can feel for those who had planned before COVID, Charlie, because I can just imagine you've paid vendors, you've paid, and now you have to cancel your wedding. Especially the caterers had already started. So Charlie, he fell sick for a while, and almost every day I was at the hospital with him, and I was just praying that God would, get him back to us. But God's ways are not our ways, and in everything we give thanks to him. So unfortunately, he passed in April, and the wedding was supposed to be in August. And I mean, the day, I found out that he was dead, of course, after mourning, because I have lost, my father-in-law, someone who loved me even when his son had not even fully introduced me and still accepted me to be his daughter-in-law. And for that, I'll always be indebted to him wherever he is. God, that may you rest in peace. But That was when it dawned on me that, hey, these people can actually say that, let's cancel the wedding and let's take it to next year. And Charlie, next year, dear, like, there were so many thoughts running through my head. And at this point, I thanked my mom because I remember when I went home that night and, I was like, Mommy, where they know what's going to happen to it. And then she was like, Amelia, whatever decision comes out of it, just give thanks to God. Like, God knows what he's doing. My mom is a very prayerful woman. My mother-in-law is an amazing woman. So they just encouraged. So me, I just left it to God. After the funeral, we had the funeral somewhere in June. And then I think after the funeral, I was there one time and then my mother-in-law asked to see me. So I went to her place and then she made me know that. So that's family members, who knew about the knocking and everything were like, oh, we have buried the man and there's no need mourning so much. So if the wedding had already been planned, we should go ahead just to bring some excitement back into the life of the family. And I think that was the best news I heard that year because I was so, based on that alone, we forgot to invite a lot of people because Charlie, we're scared that the moment we lose God, they can change their minds and all that. So we quickly went into planning mode just to try. So I'm sorry to all those that I couldn't invite. It was just because we lost Derek's dad, and unfortunately, because they gave us just a few months to the wedding, there were so many people that we forgot to invite, but it wasn't deliberate. We are so sorry. But I think that was the scariest moment because we thought that it wouldn't come on. And as much as it was going to be postponed, but it's like you've prepared towards something and all of a sudden you have to change your plans and everything again. It wasn't a happy feeling, but God worked it out for us. So yes, we are happy. Okay, let me talk from Habi's part. So someone, as I said, he wasn't around. So when he came for that funeral, before he left, he went to make his payment for his suit, a down payment for his suit from one popular brand like that. I just don't want to mention names, but went to make the down payment for the suit, told you when the wedding is going to be and everything. And then he comes to Ghana and a day to the wedding, you're not down with the suit. Can you imagine? Lucky he didn't tell me these things because me, I would have gone there to go and sport on, but he kept it under control and it was a bit annoying because fine, he looked dapper and everything, but then the day that he was going for his fitting, I went there with like the first time, so we knew what we were looking for, it to seeing how we're seeing him looking, but unfortunately the person for whatever reason couldn't finish the suit so quickly. He had to also go and organize money to go and we could have pushed that money into something else and all of that. So but yeah, that was one of the annoying elements in there. And annoying. You know what? I deliberately tried to make myself happy throughout. Another, I won't call it annoying, but it's delay things a bit. So my makeup artist, let me see. May her soul rest in perfect peace. The best makeup artist that I could have worked with. She had dark skin. So I wanted someone who understands dark skin to work on me, and she did it to perfection. She was super. She comes very early, prays with me, and then we start the whole process, and it was amazing. But unfortunately, she had booked someone for the wedding day who was doing her trad. So she came to my place late. So that got me a bit, because now my bridesmaids were ready and we woke up very early and she didn't tell me. You could have at least, told me. So in that day, I didn't know that was it. I kept on calling, I'm on my way. And then now, because she got there late, we kind of had to rush through the makeup. It was still beautiful, but we kind of had to rush through it. So now I couldn't have time to really take exclusives with my girls before and the weather too was changing, garden wedding. So we quickly had to rush and then just go and get everything done. So that's annoyed me a bit, but after that, Lamisi was always my girl, and it's so sad that she has to depart this world. But I just want her to know wherever she is that she was amazing, and if she were to be alive, I would have chosen her over and over again. So yeah, I'll say those were the two annoying aspects for me. Yeah. Which one? Hey, highlights. Okay, I think one of them was going for my final fitting. Oh my God. Like, when you see yourself in the finished gown, listen, there's no better feeling. Like, the reality dawns on you that, what, this is it. Like, this is... And one thing, I keep on saying that your wedding is supposed to be the most happiest day of your life. Girl. Like, I mean, so for me, the whole process was a highlight because all the attention was on me. Like, I was like the queen bee for that week. Everybody was doting on me and, my husband and, so that was basically one of the main highlights for me. And then I think another highlight for me, oh my God. So we are three. Like my mom, I've got two senior brothers, and one of them is in the British Army, and another one has his own church in England. So I didn't expect to see them, honestly. And I think the Tuesday evening after the signing, I was in my room, and then my mom called me out of my room. It was like, Amelia, obviously, someone wants to greet you. When I came out, it was them. So basically, both of them came because they are like, I'm their last baby, I'm their little sister. Like, they couldn't let my wedding go without them being here. And listen, it was priceless for me because these are my brothers. These are the people that I've looked up to growing up, and I did not even expect, because they have families, and I didn't expect them to leave their families or even expect their families to let them come, without them, because they would have always to be here. But some way, somehow, it happened, and they were there for my big day, and it was priceless. It just completed everything for me. So that was a beautiful highlight for me. My gown. So me being the smart woman that I am, forward thinker, I decided to sew a convertible gown. So it was basically a corset top, and then the first bottom was a mermaid bottom, and then the plan was that for the reception, I changed into a French Gatsby kind of themed, skirts. So that was how the gown was sewed. So for the main service, for the mermaid gown, I knew I wasn't going to really wear it again. But for the Gatsby one, because it wasn't a bit too bridal, I knew that I could rock it after that. But you see, this life, our ways are not God ways. Neither our thoughts is thoughts. Pregnancy will humble you. Childbirth will humble you. So after I had my baby and all of that, Charlie, when I wear the way the thing is hanging, it's like the groomsmen's thing. So the way I like laughing at people, I'll not even risk it. So currently the gown is, I think it's in my mom's house somewhere. Like I took it for laundry, hoping that I could wear it again, but it's stashed in my mom's house somewhere. I don't even want to think of it, because when I think of how much I paid for that thing and I cannot even wear it again. So I've not really done anything with it. Maybe someday I can do some alteration, something, but for nowadays, giving it out, well, as the spirit leadeth, because it's a part of you. Your big day, that's what you are and all that. I know some people sell theirs out, some people rent theirs out and all that, but I've not really given thought in that area to it. But who knows, if someone maybe one day comes and maybe I pray over it and I feel led to give it to the person. I won't sell, I might just give it out to the person. Yeah. I think, so for me, I feel like every aspect of the wedding was beautiful for me. Like every hiccup that came along the line, we're able to handle. As I said, the wedding, the numbers doubled, but God being so, as I said, I invested so much in food, and I knew that my auntie would be up to it. So, but if there's any aspect that I would, it was a bit of delay, for the ceremony. There was a bit of too much talking. So it kind of made the reception time a bit short, because I really wanted to jam. We jammed all right. We had fun dancing, but I wish there was more time to that, because I didn't have the chance to do my father-daughter dance and then mother-son dance. We didn't have the time because there was so much going on, and the older people were getting tired and all of that. So if I had the chance to change any aspect of it, it would be that we would have shortened the ceremony, or even started earlier, shortened it, and had more time to really party and have fun. But I still had fun, Sha. I still had fun. So I think I won't really change any major aspects of it. Everybody was all my vendors were perfect, and yeah, it worked out well. Yeah. So I was my own planner. As I rightly said, it was something that I told myself I wanted to do. So I kind of listen, the dance floor that I danced on with my husband, I went to print that dance floor myself. To sound hands-on, I wanted to be a certain aspect of the thing, because it's not that too. Sometimes you hear some costs and you're like, wait, doesn't mean to me, and because I want to prove to the person, say me to me, so some of the aspects I kind of took charge. But of course, if someone had inputs, like my event, like the person who did my decor, her name is Fit Fights Events. She's a friend, so my maid of honor's best friend. Yeah, she did it for me. If she had any advice, but one thing was she was also a very good listener. So she really listened to everything I wanted and incorporated everything in. So for that aspect, she got it locked down because she knew how I wanted it to be. She knew how I wanted to see it, and it came out exactly how I wanted to see it. So I didn't have any issues there. But for the other aspects, I tried to be very hands-on. The ones that, I printed my own stationery. Like, there's something that I felt like I would want my personal touch to be on it, because if any other person handles it for me and doesn't handle it well, it would just, and basically I didn't want to stress anybody out too. You see, it is your day. So unless you have money to pay an event, a wedding planner, you shouldn't really be bothering your friends so much. Souvenirs and everything, I went to handpick them myself. I bagged everything myself with my mom. I remember that night, myself, my mom, and my cousin Irene. Oh my God, we were sitting on the floor, packing every souvenir bag, every gift bag. We did everything ourselves. So basically, I was really hands-on. Yes, I was really, really hands-on. As I said, the first one, invest more in the aspect that you feel you would derive more happiness seeing it flourish. Some people would love spectacular decor and take less notice of the food. Some people would want to invest in music and entertainment because they feel like when people come and they jam, they would enjoy it even without eating. Some of us, we are foodies, so we wanted to invest more in food. So just with your spouse, just concentrate on the aspect of the wedding that you think you really want to invest more of your budget in and work towards it. And one thing that I would also say is that, you see, weddings, everybody's plans are different, but just try and find the technicalities. As I said, like with the issue of the event center and all of this, find out the technicalities of a marriage. Just don't be hands-on in the planning. Even if you have an event planner, be a bit hands-on in it. You will find out that there's some aspects that you could have cut down costs, but just because you've entrusted everything in someone, you just end up, sometimes be a bit hands-on so that you're not taken by surprise. Because for me, as I said, I cannot fault any aspect because I was hands-on. So if there was any blunder, it was me. But if you are not a bit hands-on, then when anything happens, you are quick to react because you were not part of it to an extent. So that's the little, and just please try and have fun. Listen, when you are at your wedding, especially your reception, you will see things, you will hear things, my darling. Like, I heard things even on my wedding day. But try and make yourself happy. Like, it is your day. Regardless, it is you and your partner. You guys decided to do this life journey together. It's all about you and him. So just make sure that you clear all the negativity. Just surround yourself with positivity and just enjoy yourself. You only, for me, a Christian that I don't believe in divorce, you only get to do this once. So you got to enjoy it. That's all I have to say. Yeah. Well, I'm still a baby. I'm still learning. 3 years is not enough, but the little I have learned and the little advice that I would give, as a wise friend once mentioned to me, and I think it really makes sense. In marriage, you can have so many reasons to be angry every day, and you can have so many reasons to be happy every day. Make a conscious effort to choose the reasons to make you happy every day. Trust me, there's no better way to coin this. Quote it in a Gushi moi, please. Just try and make yourself happy. It is two imperfect people now coming together into an imperfect world. You are now getting to know each other's weaknesses and strengths. You will step on his toe. He will step on your toe. There will be some days that you'll be questioning yourself like, hey, did I make this decision? My God, but as I rightly said, you should be responsible for your decision in the first place to even decide to get married. Both of you should be responsible for your decision. So now when you are into it, you make a conscious effort to work the marriage out with God, whichever faith you are in, with God and with prayer. You guys will work through it. Just find reasons to make your marriage work. Enjoy your marriage and not endure your marriage. Namaste.
no, no, I get up, no, no.